Hi, this is David again. Today is one of the days the weenies are on the run, and the vaginas are just as fast running as they can. God, here we got one. Here's a guy that's just got no common sense. Well, who does here? Okay, this is reported in the Salt Lake Tribune today, December 4th, 2012. Here we go. It's called Brigham City Mayor Discloses Affair in Letter to Residents. If there are any more dishonest public employees in any state in Utah, please let me know. These are mayors, senators, congressmen, oh my gosh, presidents, bishops. They should have all been born without weenies. Here we go. In a confession letter to his constituents, in other words, this stupid-ass mayor, his name is Mayor Dennis Fife, F-I-F-E. Now, you're all too damn young. You don't remember Barney Fife, okay? Barney Fife was on the Andy Griffith Show, and Barney kept shooting his foot with his gun. He was a deputy. So Andy took his gun away. No, Andy let him hold his gun, but he had to have the gun empty, and he had one bullet in his pocket in case he ever needed it. So this must be his great-grandson, I don't know. Bared his soul. Well, he was bearing his soul now to his constituents, but he was bearing his weenie to someone else. Monday, about an extramarital affair he said he terminated several months ago. Well, it must have gone away then, right? Before being elected as mayor to the Box Elder County City in November 2009, Fife said he served as a bishop. Here's his goddamn resume. He was a bishop in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and counseled one woman who continued to seek him out after he'd been released from his church calling. Now, if you believe this woman was chasing a 67-year-old bishop down the street to talk to him, you should be on the jury. He probably had nothing to do with this. It was his weenie in control. I'm not assigning blame to her. Well, then why did he bring it up? But the confidential relationship that he had developed during my counseling time with her as a bishop continued. Quote, Fife wrote in his 4-paragraph message to residents, I am guilty of indiscretions that occurred during this continuation period. I love the words. I love the English language, and I love the way the Mormons use the English language. Now let me interpret this in atheist language, okay? I am guilty of indiscretions that occurred during this continuation period. Now, the atheist interpretation is, I'm such an asshat, and I am so terribly low by screwing this other woman day and night. We had oral sex, we had anal sex, we had sex from throwing umbrellas at each other and on the trampoline and up on the ceiling with tight ropes. And that occurred during the continuation period, which I just had a constant hard-on for this girl in the ward. Now, we don't put her name down or her age, but just because she's 14, and he was asking her if she wanted to masturbate, and she said yes. Where the hell do these Mormons think they're going to get away with this bullshit anywhere but juries in Utah? He said he was a bishop. He said this, I wear my garments. Bam! He's out. He's gone. He's okay. He ain't going to see jail in Utah. He saw the naked girl, and his wife has a broken heart. For the past 7 months, Fife said he has been going through a repentance process as outlined by his church leaders, which included ending the relationship and telling his wife of 40 years what had occurred. Now, let me tell you something. I'm bipolar, and, a lot of people don't like me. I don't even like myself. But if someone has stood by you for 40 years in any capacity, they deserve a little respect. You know what I'm saying? Here's his wife who's 67, 68, 70 years old, And she's married to a bishop, and she has all the status and the recognition of the mother of the ward. And then everyone finds out he's screwing, this young woman, and has been doing it for several months. And now he's excommunicated. Well, where's the wife? Where's the wife? She can't go to the temple. Well, I guess she could alone. The bishop can't see the temple. He doesn't even have church membership. He's excommunicated. 40 years, and he's 67 years old. Do these people just wake up senile one day and pull out their weenie and run around the neighborhood with it? I guess. It's Utah. As your mayor, now he's going to stand up on what I call the lying tree. That's called a podium in the Mormon church. It's the lying tree. You hold on to the side of it. Hinckley, the Hinkster, had a tree cut down in his front yard, and they carved it into the podium at the conference center here not here, I'm in Australia, but I heard there in Salt Lake City at the conference center. There's no pride there now, is there? And the alumni building is now called the Hinckley Alumni Building at BYU. God. How could anyone believe Jesus would talk to these people? I don't know if there's a Jesus, and I don't know if he'd talk to anyone, but the Mormons are the last people I think Jesus would talk to. I'm asking for your forgiveness, says the mayor, and understanding. Understanding of what? What? His penis just jumped out of his pants, and his balls started running, and this young lady just happened to get screwed for years? Your understanding. 67-year-old Fife said, who according to the city's website has 6 children, all grown, and 18 grandchildren. Well, there's an example for Grandpa. Kids, get your weenies out. Grandpa's going to show you how to use them. I have the support of my wife. Well, isn't that interesting? She's 70 years old. What is she going to do? Start dating? Do a little liposuction and get some of those wrinkles out and get herself an elders quorum president? He has the support of her. What, is she going to go get a job? She's going to piss away his retirement. She's going to piss away the new car. She's going to piss away the new house. Oh, he has her support. In other words, she doesn't care what he does with his weenie after 40 years. And I'm asking for your continued support to serve as your mayor. On Friday, the Brigham City Council met in closed session about the matter, and some members thought Fife should resign. Oh my gosh. Who would that be? 2 or 3 non-members? Rumors of the mayor's infidelity were spreading through the small northern city in the days leading up to his announcement of the affair. In other words, did he come clean because he's a man of integrity and he just thought this was wrong, or was it leaking out and people were finding out and, well, I'm screwed. I guess I'll confess. Yeah, here's a guy with an integrity. Rumors of his infidelity came out before he resigned. That buzz, Fife said, led him to seek the forgiveness and support of residents by the way of a written confession. Somehow it's better if he writes it down. Councilwoman Ruth Jensen is among the city's officials who have voiced disappointment about Fife's infidelity. She said the question is whether Fife can continue to lead the city is questionable. There are a lot of residents who are not supportive and are upset at him, especially the women. Well, I wonder why. As a leader in our town, I don't see how we can get over it. Fife hopes to remain in office until 2013, and he gets his retirement. Well, he got his vacation on top of this woman. Now he wants his retirement from the city of Bountiful, or city of Brigham City. So there you go. I don't care if it's a bishop. I don't care if it's a state legislator. I don't care if it's tabernacle choir. I don't care if it's the scouts. I don't care if it's a band concert. I don't care if it's a principal. I don't care if it's a teacher. You are not safe in a state that has such sexual repression, that vaginas are constantly challenged by erections running around Utah. This is a travesty, and it's a tragedy, and it's obscene that a church, it's a cult, folks. It's not a church. A church wouldn't do this. I know some of you are saying, well, the Catholic Church did. Yeah, well, it did because it had sexual repression too. The priest couldn't get it off anywhere except with the little boys at the, altar. So what am I saying? Sexual repression, is it good for society? Is it good for man? Yeah. It's terrible for children. It's terrible for children. Thanks.